Hi, this is Alken, and welcome back to my channel. Well, if you know by now, you had a mass shooting on board a CTA Blue train in Chicago. That's the story I've been working on. The thing is, we still don't know much about this individual, other than he's 30 years old. They don't want to release his identity because, you know, they have this woke philosophy. They don't want to do that. And then I don't know if on some of these platforms, they won't allow you to put it on there. So he's a 30-year-old male. They said he was working at a security job one time or another. He had a gun. And for some reason, on that Monday morning, he went to two different subway cars on the same train, started shooting people. Unfortunately, these people might have been asleep, but we don't know if it's just they were asleep, tired from work, or they were homeless, or they were addicts. Because unfortunately, the Forrest Park station on that line, they don't print a very pretty picture here. Unfortunately, according to the mayor of Forrest Park, this station has numerous times police and fire department rushing to the station because a lot of people are coming in sick. A lot of people coming in overdose, and they need that Narcan. Where else are they going to get it? From the fire department's EMS. So this is not unusual. What's unusual is this individual shooting 4 people for no apparent reason, no good reason, no logic, no nothing. These people did not resist him. They didn't do nothing to him. All he just did is start pumping bullets in him like he's a Charles Bronson character from Death Wish. Yes, you know, if you've seen the movie, how cool and calm and collected he was when he was shooting the criminals. But the problem is, in this case, these people were not being criminals. These people were minding their own business, sleeping on a train. I'm sure a lot of us sleep on a train too. Against our better judgment. You know, we're tired or something, but still, he pumped bullets in them. And here we have to talk about the elephant in the room, security. Found out that the Chicago Transit Authority lost its police force back in 1979. They're relying on the regular police force, and the problem is, you know, with all the stuff from the George Floyd nonsense, you know, the police force rankings has been going down and down and down with the defunding the police nonsense, which it is nonsense, and the crime keeps going up and up and up. Not just in Chicago, but all over the country, in blue states. Now, they weren't being told they were having problems at the station because a lot of people were hanging out. A lot of people were on drugs. That's why you had the situation with the fire department being called because they're overdosing, harassing people, and so on. But the elephant in the room is not that. It's just you got rid of the police department. Some of the dumb things from the 1990s is coming back to haunt now. They did that in New York City. They had the Transit Bureau police. But you can see when they apprehended the guy, the regular Chicago Police Department had to go get him. There was no CTA police force. And time was lost is because, unfortunately, when this guy was shooting people, there's also no conductors on board these trains. You have only the train operator in front. Problem is, he can't see what's going on in the back of his train because he's operating the front. He has to pay attention to signals, grade crossings, anybody on the tracks, any objects. He can't look in the back, see what's going on with the passengers. A conductor can do that. And here they are complaining, oh, you can't put a police officer on every train. No, that's true. But you could put a conductor back on every train. I mean, what the heck did you got rid of the conductor for? What savings did you achieve by getting rid of conductors? You know, this nonsense in the 90s about getting rid of personnel and stuff. Yeah, you lost a pair of eyes that may have made a difference in some of these scenarios here. I don't think it would have done much different here other than the conductor would have been able to call in saying, hey, I got 3 or 4 people shot on my train. I need an ambulance immediately. The problem is, by the time they got shot, by the time they got to the station, by the time the guy finished operating his train, dumping, taking all the procedures, then opening up the doors, he gave enough time for that guy to escape, to get to the other train and leave. And by the time the car cleaners or whoever doing the maintenance on the car discovered the 4 people that were shot, he's already gone. If this was in New York, they would say, oh, he just got on that train. They would have stopped that train a lot sooner, not waited 90 minutes to go after the guy. That's why you need an extra pair of eyes on the train itself. Even if it's not a police officer, at least a conductor. That's what you need him on there. Because he can see stuff that the train operator cannot see. He cannot see the back of the train while he's operating the train moving. He can only see on the outside when he's stopped. He has to open the doors, look out. Well, 10 seconds, whatever he does, close down. May he can look again, or may he can't, depending on the... But that's it. He cannot look in the back of him while he's operating the train. If I was doing this, and I hit a red signal, I'm screwed. If I was doing this, and I hit somebody, I'm screwed just as well. Or if I didn't notice the car was trying to go through a grade crossing in Chicago, and yes, they still have them. You're screwed. You can't do it. We got some interesting news later. Anyway, the point is, you can put a conductor back on the train. At least you have a little sense of security. If there's an emergency, you can call ahead. They can get an ambulance sooner. You don't have to wait till the train gets to the terminal to get help. And this is the problem. Because even though they were shot one station away, if there was a conductor aboard notified that this happened, we could have gotten help sooner. The guy could have been caught sooner. You're lucky that he didn't get on the other train and started his crap again when he got to Chicago 90 minutes later. He would have been caught a lot sooner. And that's the thing. The CTA president, the about CTA president, they tried to get him to resign since spring. He still won't go. And when this incident happened, he was nowhere to be found. He only at the press conference. That's where he showed up. And that was it. You haven't heard from him since. So, my suggestion is, if you want to improve security on your trains in Chicago, I know you can't afford to put a police back on these trains in your old Chicago Transit Police Department. At least put the conductor back on. I mean, what are you saving money? What are you saving money? What is the point? You're saving money that has done nothing more than salad dressing. That's all. It's just another word salad nonsense. And meanwhile, you don't have the extra pair of eyes to communicate an emergency on the train. And then the person gets to, by the time they get to the terminal, it's too late to do anything to help them. when New York City, when we have problems with its passenger needs assistance, and the conductor calls right away, the train stopped, they get help. But the problem is when you only have the operator in the front, he's gonna keep moving the train unless somebody says something. Otherwise, he's gonna keep moving the train, get to the terminal. By the time you get to the terminal, it's too late to help anyone. And that is the big point. You do not want to lose valuable time trying to help somebody who's injured by an assailant or an overdose. You're losing valuable time that you're not going to be able to recover, and by the time they get to the hospital or the terminal, it'll be too late. And that's what happened. At least one person could have lived had there been a conductor on board that train, had they called for help as they were en route to the last station. Help would have arrived a lot sooner. I'm sure that last passenger that died would have lived. So I'm sorry, Chicago, and I'm sorry all these agencies that like operating one-man trains. I don't mean the trolley lines or light rail. I mean heavy rail. I think this thing about saving money is ridiculous. It's not needed anymore. You need to put the conductors back on. So Sal Can saying so long for now, and don't forget to stop. They have.